How is it going, everyone? It is ZLR, and today I'm going to go over my predictions for the 2025-2026 season, and I'm going to compare them to how each team actually did. And honestly, I kind of feel like I did pretty good on my predictions, but I mean, you guys will see it in this video. I also might link the original video for you guys to watch just in case if you guys actually want to see that and see how bad or how good I actually did. So with that, let's just get right into it. We're going to start in the AFC East. I think we're actually doing this exactly how I did in the video. I had the Bills at a 10-7 record, and they actually had a 12-5 record, which is actually not too bad of a prediction. I I thought they could have won the division just with a 10-7 record, but they actually had a 12-5, and they actually didn't win the division because that went to a team that I will talk about very soon. Um, the Miami Dolphins. This one was perfect, right on the mark. As I had the prediction at 7-10, and the actual one when we got to the end of the season was 7-10. There we fucking go, dude. Um, then we have my favorite team. You always see me wearing New England Patriots stuff. The New England Patriots. And in that video, I said I might have been a little bit too optimistic. Well, I didn't think I was optimistic enough, as we had a 9-8 record in my prediction video, and my actual one was 14-3. Sorry about that cut there, but anyway, the Jets, the last one for the AFC East, I had them as 6-11 record, and they actually went 3-14. They did worse than what I thought. And honestly, I am not too mad at that. It's only 3 wins less than what I thought it was going to be. So that's whatever. Then we're going to go to the AFC West, where first we had the Chiefs. I had them at a 14-3 record, and they actually went 6-11. This was actually one of the more horrible ones that I did, but it's definitely not the worst one. I will say that. I will say that right now. The Chargers, I had them at a 12-5 record, and they actually went 11-6. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And here's a bad one, but honestly, I don't think I was really thinking that this was going to happen anyway. The Broncos, they had a 9-8 record in my video, and they actually went 14-3. Yeah, yeah. That that's a pretty bad one, but that's not too horrible at least. And the Raiders, I had them at a 6-11 record, just like the Jets, and they got a record of 3-14 in the regular season, just like the Jets. So legit, the same thing happened for the AFC East and the AFC West for that. We move on to the AFC North. We first had the Ravens, and I had them at a 14-3 record, and they actually went 8-9. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one at all, so I was gonna actually cut myself a little bit of slack on that one. The Bengals, I had them at 8-9 record, and their actual record was 6-11. Okay, that's not too bad. Only 2 off. That's all right for me. Steelers. This one was a bad one. I had them at 6-11. But I did say that they were at a worse area, and I actually moved them up so they actually had a better record. But I know Steelers fans are gonna hate me for that one. And this is actually the one that I replaced it with. The Cleveland Browns. They had a 5-12 record in my video, and their actual record was exactly on it at a 5-12. That is the second one that I've gotten perfect in this so far, at least. But there's going to be a lot more, at least for the NFC. But I do also believe there is one more for the AFC. Then, last but not least, for the AFC, we did have the AFC South. The Texans, I gave a 10-7 record to, and they actually had a 12-5 record, which is not too bad for what I thought they were going to do. The Colts, they had a 5-12 record in my video, and they actually went 8-9. They were actually doing a lot better than what I expected until their season kind of imploded on itself. I can't really get mad at that one. The Jaguars. This one was a surprising one. For me, I put them at a 6-11 record on my video, and they actually went 13-4. Yeah, I was very much wrong on that one, but can I blame myself? No, not really. And last but not least, we had the Titans. I gave them a 5-12 record, and they actually went 3-14, which honestly, I think I was a little too optimistic about them. But now we're going to move over to the NFC side of things. The NFC East, we had the Eagles in my video with a 11-6 record, and they actually went 11-6. So perfect there for me. The Commanders I had at 8-9 for my prediction video, and they actually went 5-12, which is a lot worse than what I expected. I was really thinking Jaden Daniels was gonna have a pretty decent year, but that turned out not to be true. The Cowboys, I had them at a 7-10 record, and they were so close to that, but obviously they had that tie. So they actually went 7-9-1. So that one was as close as you could get without getting it correct. And then, last but not least, for the NFC East, the Giants, who I gave a 4-13 record to, and they actually went 4-13. So for the NFC East, I almost got 3 of them exactly correct. So that's just pretty crazy. The NFC West side of things was also pretty damn decent. The 49ers, I had them at a 12-5 record, and they actually went 12-5. The Cardinals, I had them at 9-8, and they went 3-14. They sucked ass this year, and honestly, yeah, I'm mad at myself for that one. I'm also mad at myself for this one. The Seahawks, I gave a 9-8 record to, and they actually went 14-3 and won the damn Super Bowl. Yeah, I was definitely not optimistic about them. And last but not least, we had the Los Angeles Rams, who I gave a 11-6 record to in my video, but they actually went 12-5, so pretty damn close on that one. The NFC North was kind of a weird one for me. The Lions I had at a 11-6 record, and they actually went 9-8, which is not too bad. The Packers I had at a 10-7 record. They went 9-7-1. So that again, pretty damn close. The Vikings, I had at a 7-10 record, and they went 9-8 as well. And for the Bears, I had them at 7-10, and they actually went 11-6. So they had a pretty decent season. And last but not least for this video, we have the NFC South. The Buccaneers, I had at a 14-3 record. They went 8-9. The Falcons, I had at a 9-8 record. They actually went 8-9, which is pretty damn close to what I actually predicted. The Saints, I gave them a 6-11 record in my video. They actually went 6-11, which is pretty damn funny. And last but not least, the Panthers, I had them at a 5-12 record, and they actually went 8-9. So yeah, the NFC South one was definitely probably the hardest one for me to do, and obviously that kind of shows it with how the actual uh, things went. But I kind of feel like I did a lot better than how I did last year. So let me let me know how you guys really thought of this. I kind of thought this would be a pretty fun video to make. I know I did react to the video the last time I did this, but this time I kind of just felt like I want to do something a little easier, so I kind of just did it like this. But anyway, I hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, do really whatever you want to do. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. See you around.